Hi guys, Professor Gustavo here. Today let's take a look at one of the easiest sweeps from half guard, okay? Super simple, you don't have to use much energy, but it's all based on timing. Some of you may know it as the John Wayne sweep, but before it was called John Wayne, it was called the car jack, because I'm gonna lift her hip just like as a car jack, okay? So we're starting here from half guard. Usually comes from the high knee shield or the Z guard. Okay, so I have a video explaining already how to set up the controls here. I'm gonna put a link here where you guys can look. Now, the sweep is very simple. All I'm gonna do is try to control her arm here, her hand. Okay, she's gonna be using her hand here to post or to clear my knee, push on my chest, push on my face or something, right? When I can control this hand here, I'm good to go, okay? And the other thing that I need to is her leaning forward a little bit. So right now she's leaning forward anyways, kind of pressing a little bit against my shield. What I'm gonna do is clear my shield, inviting her to come forward and trying to smash me, right? Now look what happens at this position here. My knee is in front of her hip. Right? It's not aligned under her hip, right now. It's passed in front. That's the regular, natural position from the half guard here, from the knee shield. Once I clear my shield, after I had established the wrist control here, once I clear my shield and she tries to come forward smashing, her hip is gonna align right on top of my knee automatically. I'm not doing anything, right? I'm just baiting her, clearing my shield. Once I clear and she comes forward, her hip aligns on top of my knee. And all I'm gonna do now is lift my knee under her hip, okay? This is very simple. She won't be able to post because I'm controlling this hand, and I can use my other hand control here, either on the wrist or on the bicep, to just guide her to the other side, okay? Now let's take a look on this foot here. My shield, okay? I establish the grip. Once I clear my shield and she leans forward, this foot is important. I want to step here on the ground because this foot is going to generate power to lift my other knee. Basically what I'm doing here is a bridge, lifting my knee. Right? I have my shield, I control the wrist, I clear my shield, stepping on the mat. Now I can lift my hip and lifting my knee against her hip, right? It's almost like a bridge. If I can come underneath her, even better, scooping under, right? That's the whole sweep there. Very easy to set up. All I have to do is get this wrist control so she doesn't post. I feel that she's putting some pressure, putting some weight on me. I'm gonna clear my shield as she comes forward, I lift my knee, coming on top. Ideally, of course, if I can get my underhook here already, or at least blocking her underhook, better. Now take a look at the initial setup, right? Once I control her hand, and I clear my shield, if she doesn't move forward, my knee is not lifting anything here, right? It's not aligned with her hip. So I have two options. I either clear if she stays, then I move closer to her, getting my knee under her hip so I can lift and sweep her, right? That's one option. If she really postures up, right? Maybe she recognizes I'm baiting her, but she's smart. I control the wrist, I clear my shield, and she's not coming forward. And if I try to pull her, she's gonna lean back, and we are on this fight. So because she's posturing up and leaning back, then there is nothing stopping me from getting up. I can get up and start working my stuff from here. I just sit up and start working my half guard with my underhook. That's another option. Also, sometimes if she has good balance and she times well, as I go over the sweep, let's say the first scenario, I control the wrist, I clear my shield and she tries to smash me, right? As I sweep her, she might try to backstep and find her balance there. So we have two options there. If I clear my shield, she leans forward and I go for the sweep, but she backsteps. When she comes back, I can always transition to the close guard. That's one option since this leg is free, right? She backstep, there I have a lot of space to maneuver my leg. Or I can also, I go for the sweep. When she backsteps, if I can reach that foot with my hook, stretching the leg, I can also come on top. That's another good option from there. And as we talked before, if I'm too shallow, I'm gonna lift my knee and nothing's gonna happen. I'm not meeting her hip, right? I'm not connected to her hip. And if I'm too deep, also kind of I missed the point, right? Because I'm lifting my knee, I'm not hitting her hip. So I have to find the perfect spot here, lifting right on her hip, right on the buttocks here, right? That's why the timing for this sweep is super important. As she leans forward, it's right now, right? I have to get used to this. She cannot come too forward and she cannot stay too far back.